try and pin the Warriors. He's getting off some nice boots in pre-practice.
Plenty of time. Oh, he squibbed this one.
See what kind of bounce it takes, though.
And it rolls to about the...
Little Adam Clemens is going to try and pin the Warriors. He's getting off some nice boots in pre-practice.
Plenty of time. Oh, he squibbed this one.
See what kind of bounce it takes, though.
And it rolls to about the 24-yard line. That actually turns out to be only a 24-yard punt. So Adam Clemens, who coming into the game averaging 33 yards a punt, and he punted so well in that Glenbard West victory in the playoffs that that time he may have been feeling a little bit of nerves. He's just a junior.
Well, he shanked that one, but he got maybe about an 8-yard roll.
Now that powerful Wheaton offense, I should say Deerfield offense, takes over. They average at better 28 points a game and about 360 yards of offense. They love to run the football. Jeff Shine is the main man back there. T formation backfield. Gives to the first man through.
Ponticus.
Let's take a look at that offense for Deerfield. They are very strong. As we mentioned, Dana Lyons, the quarterback, just a junior. Jeff Shine, over 1,400 yards rushing. Rocky Ponticus, also a senior. Adam Lewis is the third running back in the backfield. The two tight ends, Jamie Walker and Brett Fleury. 8.5 minutes to go, first quarter. We are scoreless. Deerfield the football on the 35-yard line after a pickup of 3.
No, they fake it.
Not much yardage there. Nice tackling from Wheaton Central. Mike Delgaldo, one of the first ones in there to stop Rocky Ponticus.
Also, Tommy Sion, he's been all over the place the past couple weeks.
And no gain there, so it brings up a 3rd and 7. It's kind of been Tom Sion week, Joe. There's been articles about him both in the Chicago Tribune and the Sun-Times. He was a Tribune Prep Athlete of the Week for the great job he did last week against Willowbrook in that shutout. And there you see the offensive line for the Warriors. It's a big one.
Huge.
Caston at center. The two guards are Smith and Namera. The two tackles, Michael Adams, the coach's son, and Brian Jurowitz.
That right side is enormous.
They like to run it that way. Here's the give, left side, this time Shine, not much yardage there, gets it up to the 30-yard line, and Deerfield will be forced to punt as Tom Sion, number 44, along with Marvell Scott, playing a little linebacker. We're in there on the tackle, and Deerfield will be forced to punt.
Bob, very impressed by Jeff Shine's explosiveness. He really hit that hole hard.
34 touchdowns this year. He's definitely a Division I prospect. A lot of Big Ten and Big 8 schools interested in him. On the punt, number 81 is Thomas Strauss. There's a big rush, and he got it away.
For a swing, is he going to take it? Yes, he is.
Wing at his own 27, veering to the far side. He turns the corner, gets it up to about the 35-yard line, a pickup of about 8 yards on the return. The tackle down there made by Joshua Smith, number 71. So with 6:52 left to go in the first quarter, we are scoreless. And Wheaton Central, one of their keys was to have good field position, and they've started out with pretty good position, getting it the first time at their own 30, and now with a 1st and 10 at the 35.
Feeling each other out, Bob, these two heavyweights. When you get down to this part of the year, you know where it's won, ladies and gentlemen, in the trenches.
Pro set backfield, one receiver to the near side, that's Ryan Finley. Here's the give, Clemens spinning his way up to the 40-yard line, a pickup of 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Clemens, just a junior. You'll see him spin often when he gets the football. He's got an impressive move that he's developed this year, and it lets him gain some extra yardage.
Little AC twist, twistaroo.
So after the spot of that football, they're going to say Adam gained 4 yards instead, so it's a 2nd and 6 situation. That Deerfield defensive line is definitely the strength of that team. They've got some huge guys down there. They play what they call a 6-1 invert defense, very similar to the one played at Glenbard West, a team that Wheaton Central has beaten twice this year already.
Put everybody there.
Lutz, plenty of time, looking long. Sakasitz, incomplete. It looks like Sakasitz used the arm a little bit there. No call, however. It could have been offensive pass interference, but no call as the coverage down there from Dana Lyons. Dana Lyons, the quarterback, also a defensive back. Nice job. 3rd and 6 now from the 39.
Tried it a couple times on Lyons. Super coverage in great position.
Red Grange Field is packed today, both with Deerfield fans and, of course, plenty of Tiger fans. Bleeding over on the sides, there isn't enough room for them in the stands.
Standing room only, that's fantastic.
This is what high school football is all about. The winner of this one plays the winner of the Mount Carmel Bloomington battle. Both those teams unbeaten. They're playing this afternoon as well. Here's Marvell Scott breaking through the line for a big loss.
Maybe a face mask.
Jason Yana was in there. He busted right through the line, shed a block and whipped. He whipped Scott down to the turf at the 35.
How did they bring him down?
Let's see what the call is going to be.
Calling a hold.
Let's take a look at it again and see, in fact, if Yana maybe did get a face mask. But the penalty, let's see. Who's it against? I believe it is against the Tigers. Let's take a look again. Let's see.
We can see it.
No, he had him by the jersey.
He got him.
Good call.
Flip on the offense during the run. Declined. Fourth down.
So, Wheaton Central cannot move the football. It's going to bring up a fourth down.
4th and 11.
And 11 situation. They will punt. Adam Clemens standing at his own 20. The two deep safeties, Jeff Shine, along with Dana Lyons. The up back is Rocky Ponticus at his own 40.
Here.
Nice high kick, good hang time.
Good hang.
And there's some miscommunication down there, and Wheaton Central will down it at the 24, and Lyons and Shine, neither one of them wanted the football, Joe, and they looked at it bounce, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 27 for Deerfield.
Oh, you know, just couldn't sort of communicate right there. Who has it? I don't know. It's almost like a pop-up in the infield. Somebody's got to take charge. Somebody's got to yell, I got it. It's mine. Give it to me.
So Deerfield takes over 1st and 10 at the 27. 2 men in the backfield only. Deerfield likes to have the full house backfield, but it's a pro set. 2 receivers out to the far side. Here's a give. Ponticus, nothing there. First man in on the tackle, number 53 for Wheaton Central, Craig Bartnick.
Number 33, Rocky Ponticus.
And Ponticus got 1 yard, so it's a 2nd and 9 at the 28.
Rocky's 3rd carry. And they've closed the hole right up the middle so far. Talking to Coach John Thorne earlier in the week, says they just like to go straight ahead. They don't bother with the east-west. They go straight ahead. They love it.
Rocky Ponticus, who also has great talent. If it wasn't for Shine, he'd be the featured back. He starts on the basketball team. He's
Shine going out for the wide receiver spot.
Deerfield's trying to call timeout. They couldn't get it done, though. Here's Lyons. Got it, and it's complete to Ponticus. He's up to the 40, 45 before being barreled out of bounds by Mike Delgado. But it's going to be a pickup of 17 yards and a 1st down. And that's what Deerfield does so effectively, Joe, is that play-action pass, because about 80% of the time they run the football. Let's take a look again and see how Ponticus, in fact, got so wide open out of the backfield.
Oh, it's a nice little rollout. Bides some time right there. Quick little hitter to Ponticus. Shakes off Sean McCaffrey. Then Delgado gets it. Here
Back to live action, Shine. He gets it up to the 48-yard line. A pickup of another 6 yards as Deerfield starting to move the football. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 situation. Delgado in there on the tackle. As we talked about Shine. Good speed at 4.6. Over 1,400 yards. He's been tremendous in the playoffs. In 3 playoff games, he has rushed for 700 yards and 9 touchdowns, including a humongous game against Rolling Meadows, where he set a playoff record with 376 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Bob, he's averaging 7.7 a rush. There's a stat that'll blow your head off.
Here's the give, right up the middle. Nothing there for Rocky Ponticus. Maybe 1 yard, if that. Not much at all. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 situation. Doug Johnston in there on the tackle for Wheaton Central.
3rd and 4.
Grind, 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 grind. Deerfield's offense.
3 yards and a cloud of dust basically summarizes both these teams. They love to run the football. And that looks like there's going to be a penalty, possibly too much time on Deerfield. Let's see what the call is, in fact.
Timeout, Tigers.
Now the Tigers took a timeout, trying to regroup a little bit here. Defensive coordinator Ron Muhich on the field. This Tiger defense played so tremendously last week, Joe, against Willowbrook. There was a game they expected to go possibly overtime because Willowbrook was so big, but they didn't. They just blasted them. 27-0 win, a shutout, the first of the year for Wheaton Central, and the Tigers held that Willowbrook team to just 43 yards of total offense. Awfully impressive there. And Willowbrook didn't even penetrate further than Tigers' 39-yard line.
Well, you're right about that. The defense definitely showed up, and they took it to them on the lines of scrimmage. Both were won. I think early on for both of these teams so far, you've seen Lutzenkirchen go deep twice. I think what Coach Thorne was trying to do was sort of sucker Deerfield into saying, oh, we're going to try and complete some short percentage passes at the sidelines. So it was like little fakes by the wide receiver. Let's try and go deep. Dana Lyons didn't bite on it. Deerfield, they're not changing anything. They're just going with their bread and butter, Shine and Rocky.
And that's what's gotten them here. They've had a great year. They went 9-0, won the Central Suburban North Championship. Then they beat Collins, Rolling Meadows, and then Rockford Auburn last week in the playoffs. Offset eye.
Little fake.
Lions scrambling. Big rush. He throws it up for grabs. It's intercepted by Sion. Tom Sion's got his 6th interception of the year. And Wheaton Central takes over in its own 41. There's the man, Mr. Everything, who's had such a tremendous playoff and a tremendous season. And he comes up big with another turnover.
You called it, Bob. Mr. Everything, Mr. All Over the Place. Mr. Player of the Week, double fours, Tom Sion.
Take a look again as this one is basically up for grabs. It's a high pop-up, and Sion just camps under it, makes the catch, shows some good hands before being taken down.
Credit the pressure to Craig Bartnick. He had the hands up. Good job.
Straight up the gut. Some nice yardage there. Up to Marvell Scott, who's in the Deerfield territory. A pickup of close to 10 yards. And Marvell, nice running there. Showed some speed, bursting up the gut.
And speaking of double fours, he carried Jason Yana for about 4 yards.
It's going to be a pickup of 9. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1 situation just over 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Wheaton Central driving. They've had some pretty good field position all afternoon. 3 men in the backfield for Central. And here's the give. Scott again off the left side. And he's into Warrior territory. He's got the first down after a pickup of about 4.
Right over to center, right over Simpson.
Jimmy Simpson had a great year at the center spot, as has that entire line. Simpson, he's a senior, didn't start last year. He's a big kid. He actually wears a size 16 shoe, and last year he wasn't coordinated enough. This year he went to a fitness center, did aerobics, and now he's got a lot of coordination. He's done a great job at the center spot.
Complex fronts.
Here's Scott, left side again. And he gets it down to about the 42, a pickup of another 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Craig Thompson in there on the tackle along with Jeff Shine. And Wheaton Central moving the football here on this drive.
Leading the way, Jim Simpson.
Wheaton Central, double tight ends. They've been running the football consistently. If they can do that, that is definitely in their game plan. They'd like to keep away from throwing as well. Here's Marvell, right side. He's got some more yardage, and he cuts it back at the 37-yard line, a pickup of another 5. And it's going to be very close to a first down. They're going to bring out the chain gang, I believe, to check it. And Wheaton Central's been impressive. They've got a man down, however. That might be Marvell. We can't see the number. I think it is.
Down.
Yeah, Marvell is down and hurt. He has been hampered by injuries all season long. He's the star on this team.
Holding his knee.
Let's take a look again, possibly if we can see where Marvell actually may have been hit.
Here we go.
And he's had a host of injuries all year long. He was bashed by 3 or 4 guys. Jason Yana got a good stick in there.
Who else got the stick? Let's see. Brian Burns.
Brian Burns, who had a tremendous game last week against Rockford Auburn, also in there on the tackle. But Marvell, he had such a great first 3 games. He rushed for like close to 700 yards. He had 11 touchdowns, and all of a sudden he was just beset by injuries all over the place. He had abdominal problems. He had a back problem. But he's up and running. Oh, he just sprung up there, and he's going to go to the sidelines for a blow. And that really gets the Wheaton Central crowd on its feet. I wonder if that was a little motivational device they played there. I doubt it, but it sure worked as Wheaton Central's fans went crazy when he got up there.
A guy that's just been crushed and hit from every angle.
3rd and 2 situation. Wheaton Central, in all likelihood, may run the football here up the gut. I formation backfield.
Tom Sion blocking for little Adam Clemens.
He's got the football. He's got the first down. Still barreling tacklers down to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 10 yards and a first down. Tom Sion, who scored 7 touchdowns, running out of the fullback spot this year. He started running in that Glenbard East game a bunch of weeks ago, and he's shown he's a tremendous asset in that backfield for Wheaton Central.
Oh, did you see the hole in the middle there?
Man, oh man. Under 30 seconds to go, first quarter. Wheaton Central is threatening here as the clock runs, as both of these teams running the football. Marvell back in there, missed one play at the fullback spot, I formation backfield. He's got the football off the left side, pushing hard, still on his feet, up to about the 25-yard line, a pickup of 3 yards. And that will be the final play of the first quarter, as Wheaton Central will turn around and face a 2nd and 7 situation from the 25, as first quarter action has come to an end. What a quarter is right, and we've got 3 more. We are still scoreless at Red Grange Field, while Wheaton Central is threatening. Stay tuned for second quarter action shortly on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week.
Timeout for Augustino's. Great food for a great time. Augie makes the pass.
Bartnick fumbled it, recovered by Macheris, and Deerfield takes over deep in its own territory. Let's take a look possibly again at this play and see actually who hit Bartnick as we were coming in out of our break over there. And the first play of the second quarter is not good. We'll try to get that replay for you a little bit later on, but here, Deerfield with the football.
A little mix-up.
Here's Shine. There is a mix-up. Not much yardage there at all. He got maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Mike Delgaldo in on the tackle, the second leader tackler on this team behind Tom Sion.
Jason Martin made sure Shines didn't go any further.
Gentlemen in the back row, we're having a hard time with the balloons.
So early on here, second
couple
quarter.
turnovers, huh?
Yeah, and Wheaton Central, they have had a great turnover ratio this year, actually 38-16 before that one, but each team has turned over the football here. Here's a give left side, Shine gets it over the 20 to about the 22, a pickup of 5 yards there. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 situation now. This Deerfield offense has not taken the football the length of the field many a times. They've either had the big plays or the great field position. And this is what Wheaton Central wants to do, make them run it all the way down the field if they score.
Not finding any running room though, Bob. There's no free ground, no free ground. Let's see here.
Here's the give again. This time left side, nothing there.
Oh,
Deerfield will have to punt the football, I think. Rocky Ponticas may have gotten 4. And Marvell Scott in there on the tackle again. Slow and getting up. Let's see. They're going to bring the chain game. If you can tell, I don't know if you can, but they are playing with one of those Charlie Finley style of footballs out there with the stripes on them to make them see it better.
Seen Coach Paul Adams say first down already.
There's Ponticas, and it's going to be close. He's short. I think he's short.
Let's see.
Yeah, he's short. About a foot, maybe. You see the referee holding it. That's probably about a foot, if that. And you know Deerfield's going to punt the football. Be a real gutsy call if they didn't, but they will.
Short a foot, nice call.
Strauss back to kick.
Thomas Strauss is back there to punt
Back for the Tigers.
at his own 10.
Chris Swing back to receive.
Standing at about his own 37-yard line, as Strauss standing at his own 11.
Check out the rush.
Wheaton Central blocked a punt last week. He has plenty of time this time. Low end over end kick. It's going to be a return chance for Wing. Picks it at his own 40. He slices to the far sideline. Cuts it back. He's up to about the 46-yard line. Good coverage down there. Michael Smith, one of the first guys in there to force Wing on the inside. And Wheaton Central again taking over with great field position, Joe. And they've got to take care of business. When you get some good field position like this, you got to try to punch it in.
Michael Adams. Boy, was he down there quick.
Wing returned that punt 6 yards.
He's got great speed.
For a big man.
A lot of Division I teams checking into
6'2",
Michael Adams.
235, and he was motoring.
Marvell Scott stretching out a little bit there. He may be tight in the hamstring area where he's had problems this year. I formation backfield. Lutz. Play action. Has time.
He's got him on this side.
For Sakasic. It's it. No, it looked like it was intercepted, but it was knocked out of the hands, and now a marker goes down. And Aaron Lyons, I checked that. Dana Lyons, great coverage down there. And there is a marker down. It might be offensive pass interference, but Joe, I didn't see anything there. All I saw was Sakasic going for the football, and
once
he just
it hit Lyons in the chest, you have to play defense then.
Maybe we can take a look at that one again, because he was trying to knock it out of his hands. We can maybe get a better angle of it. And it's going to go against Wheaton Central. We'll wait for our referee's call. And then take a look at that one again.
Unless they're saying he tried to pull him out of the way before the ball got there. Boy, they're really airing it out. Lutz
stretching that defense. Boy, Lyons has shown he's a pretty good cornerback as well as a quarterback. 15-yard
offensive pass interference.
Man.
Loss of down. 15-yard penalty. Second down.
Man, that hurts. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 25 situation.
I don't know about that call. Here we go again.
Take a look at it.
See if we can see. Does he start pulling away before?
It's tough to see, although I did see his arms on him, so maybe it was a good call. So receivers to the near side, pro set formation. Lutz back to pass again. Has time, over the middle, got a man, it's complete. That's Sakasits in Deerfield territory to the 46. A pickup of 23 yards. So there's a big chunk right back there. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 situation. Oh, nice completion there.
Super completion. Andy Lutz in Perkins. 6'3", 200 pounds. Watch how he just calms himself and it throws a bullet.
Stepped up in the pocket awfully well there. He's feeling some pressure. And a nice gain for Wheaton Central. However, they're facing a 3rd and 2 situation right here. They've got Sion in the backfield at the fullback spot with Scott in the halfback spot at the I formation. Receivers to the far and near side. Right up the middle, Sion. He's met right there. He's got the first down on a great second effort. Tom Sion on the second effort got the first down. It looked like he was stopped short, but he kept the feet chugging along and he picked up the first down.
Oh, that's why he was player of the week. That's why he was player of the week.
Tom Sion, he's had a great year. All DuPage Valley Conference, leading tackler on this team. He was picked this week by the Chicago Sun-Times to the all-area team. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, the prep athlete of the week for the Chicago Tribune. And Coach Thorne calls him the best linebacker possibly that he's ever had at Wheaton Central.
He was stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Marvell, right side. Met right there. He gets it inside the 40 to about the 39-yard line. A pickup of 3 yards to the 39. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 7 situation. 8 minutes to go. First half, we're scoreless, but Wheaton Central is driving again.
Either it's a bomb or a pitch. But Coach Thorne.
It's been a good mix-up of plays. You know, they've stretched the defense a bit on a few of the long bombs they've thrown underneath. And, of course, they've run on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Good mix-up from Coach
all
Thorne.
the way at the other end.
I formation, it's Marvell, left side this time. He's got some room. He cuts back inside. He's inside the 45 to about the, check that, inside of 35 to about the 33.
3rd and about 2 coming up.
Marvell getting it up, a little slow back to the huddle.
They go to the wide side of the field with Sion and a host of
following
blockers.
The block of Jim Janish off the left tackle
Janish
spot.
Out there.
And it's going to be 3rd and 2 at the 33. Another tough situation. Last week, tremendous. 7 of 8 in 3rd down situations for Wheaton Central. They converted one last time. They're looking to do it again. Pro set backfield. It's Marvell. Check that, Sion off the left side, and he may have gotten it.
DJ with the carry.
I think he may have gotten it, Joe. It's going to depend on the spot of the football. It's going to be awfully close. And they're calling timeout.
What do you think?
21.
I think they got it.
Chris Reed. Rocky Ponticus was also there.
Chris Reed and Rocky Ponticus in there on the tackle. And Wheaton Central, a notoriously very good first half team in the playoffs, have outscored their opponents in the first half in these 3 games, 45-0. However, they've been outscored in the second half, 24-20. So Wheaton Central has been awfully strong in the first half, and they've done it here again today.
Definitely. It seems like the Tigers are sort of playing a little bit of a role reversal in this particular game. And you can see the reaction.
Yep, they've got it. They've got the first down.
Role reversal in that they are really keeping the ball away from the Deerfield offense. They're not letting Shine or Rocky, you know, get their legs loose, getting rocking and rolling. And it's just Central pounding it out.
And that's one of the impressive things about that Deerfield offense is on the average they control the football 27
minutes.
of the 48 minutes in a high school football game. When you do that, you're going to win a lot of games. Here's Marvell cutting it back up the gut. He's inside the 30 to about the 29-yard line. A pickup of close to 3 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 7 situation. The clock is moving. This game is moving right along with both teams relying on the run. We're about 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Of course, we are still scoreless. Happy to have you here along with us today. Bob Urzik and Joe Snydoff. This is the semifinal round. Of course, the winner of this ball game has a date at Hancock Stadium in Normal, Illinois, the home of the ISU campus. The winner of this one plays the winner of the Bloomington Mount Carmel ball game.
Ooh. Whoa. Should be a battle.
It will be a great ball game. Both those teams undefeated. 2nd and 8 situation, pro set backfield. Play action. Lutz being blitzed from the backside. He's sacked by Brian Burns. Brian Burns with the big sack over there. And he whipped down Lutzenkirchen. So Wheaton Central has it now at their 39-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 situation. Let's look at it again as he busted off
Burns, see who he beats.
Blind side, and he blasted Lutzenkirchen.
I think it was Craigie. No, it wasn't Craigie Barnett. He's the one that got piled on Lutzenkirchen.
Brian Burns, 5'10", 185-pound junior, showed some great quickness there. It's actually a 3rd and 16 situation.
See here what kind of pass protection they give him.
Straight
They
back
send a lot of people out. Here's the Scott.
Overthrew Marvell at the 35-yard line. Coverage down there from Jason Yanna and Chris Reed. But the pass goes incomplete, and again, the Tigers come up empty and will be forced to punt. He had Marvell open over the middle. I don't think he would have gotten the first down, Joe.
No, they tried that same screen as we've seen last week's game versus Willowbrook, where Marvell caught it with the shoulder pad and then carried a few tacklers and picked up the first down.
Adam Clemens standing at his own 48-yard line.
See if he pins him.
Has time.
Ooh, nice boot.
Gets off a nice boot. Right. And it's going to be taken by Shine, and he gets knocked out of bounds up about the 10-yard line. Check that around the 13. So again, Deerfield being pinned in deep in their own territory, and that bodes well for Wheaton Central fans, but not really for Deerfield.
You have to question him catching the football, as it looked like it would have been a touchback.
There was a chance of that, a good chance of that, as Adam Clemens does a nice job to keep Deerfield deep in its own territory.
They're going to try and pound out a first down or two here. Now you might see the Tigers use a few timeouts.
They've got to go 89 yards for a touchdown.
Friends, it's a field position game. It's a field position game.
A lot of times at this stage of the game, you have two great teams, and a lot of times mistakes take over. Here's the misdirection. Big play for Shine. He's got one man to beat. He's got to get around Chris Wing. He can't do it. Chris Wing, a tremendous ankle tackle up to the 31-yard line. A pickup of 20, but if he got around Wing, look out, because he may have been gone. Big play by Chris Wing. Let's take a look at it again as he saved a touchdown, possibly.
Oh, Shines.
Check that, instead of Chris Wing was Steve Sakasitz who made the tackle. But it was a great tackle.
Little pass. Fagley with the big rush.
Oh, it's almost intercepted. Almost intercepted. Nice defense from Sean McCaffrey's right. And they were looking for Rocky Ponticus. So it goes incomplete, 2nd and 10. But let's credit that tackle to the man who made it, Steve Sakasitz. As he got around, actually, Chris Wing, but Sakasitz was there to make that big play.
Tipped right around Wing. Sort of got a hand on him.
4:15 to go, first half. Our score, it's still scoreless, actually, 2nd and 10. Deerfield with the football on their own 31-yard line. Full house backfield.
Here it is.
It's Shine, and he's met right in the backfield.
Play by Fagley.
Pat Fagley from the defensive end spot came over there and shut down Shine before he could get his feet moving. No gain there, 3rd and 10.
Well, we've already seen a couple times Marvell Scott get nailed in the backfield. On this play, Shines gets upended. Fagley, here it is. Puts the helmet on one of those knees. You don't go no more.
Fagley shot the gap on the line and made the great tackle. 3rd and 11. I'm going to say he lost a yard on that one.
Yeah, we'll see right here.
Play action again. Here's line.
Looking for Shines.
Almost
Great
intercepted
play.
again by Sakasic as they had Shine, their leading receiver, open at the 45, but Sakasic threw the body, and it went incomplete. So another punting situation for Deerfield.
Bob, you called it. He threw the body. If you don't leave your feet to get off the ground and to make that slap at the football, get that pigskin out of here.
Gonna see which team wants it more. Who wants to go down to normal? Wheaton Central has never been there. Deerfield has been there 4 times. They're 1-3 in those games, and they want to win as well, obviously. Here's Strauss, who was almost blocked.
It.
Sion, who's blocked 4 punts this year, almost got that one. And Wing running east-west gets it into Deerfield territory at the 49-yard line. As Strauss got the punt off, as Wheaton Central has been blocking punts left and right this year. Sion blocked 2 against Wheaton North in the last game of the regular season, and he almost got that one.
Oh, Wing tried to split Suicide Squad, but Brett Fleury made a nice hit.
So the football, the nose, sitting at about the 48 in Deerfield territory again. Wheaton Central has had tremendous field position for most of this football game, but they haven't been able to punch it in, something that happened last week to Deerfield.
See if Thorne can come up with something, open something up.
High formation backfield, illegal
Offsides.
motion maybe.
Offsides.
Someone moving along that line, Joe?
Yeah, Deerfield, encroachment.
Saw Scott in motion and the flag started flying, but let's hear it from our referee.
We have a dead ball foul. Encroachment by the defense. Still first down.
There you go, Joe.
Penalty.
There you go.
Hey,
You got it.
I'm on top of the game.
That's going to bring up a good situation for Wheaton Central. A 1st and 5. And they've got Marvell Scott lined up on the left side in the wingback position, high formation backfield.
Sort of gives them something to play with.
He's in motion to the near side. Here's Adam Clemens, still on his feet, spins his way inside the 40, still moving to the 36-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards and a first down. We talked about Adam Clemens. He's just a junior running back. Coach Thorne says that he's the best running back they've ever had at the sophomore level. But then, of course, Joe Marvell skipped the sophomore level, and he went straight to the varsity. But that's not taking anything away from Adam Clemens.
The AC twist picks up a very crucial first down in this first half. Zoop, zoop to score.
And he stepped into Marvell Scott's shoes when he missed 3 games, and all he did was rush
Great
for about
job.
4 consecutive 100-yard games. And there's movement.
Yep.
Jim Janish, Janish moving on the left side, and that hurts Wheaton Central, which has struggled with the penalty situation. Last week they had 13 for 130 yards.
We have a dead ball foul, a false start.
There
Against
you
the
hear the
interior
call.
lineman on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
In other words, Jim Janish moving on the left side, and it's going to bring up a 1st and 15 situation. Clock is still moving. We're under 2.5 minutes to go, first half. You may see Central go to the air here. They have running backs in
Got
the...
Scott split out.
Yeah, Marvell.
He's in
Bartnick and
motion.
Clemens in the backfield. It's Clemens off the left side, trying to turn the corner, cuts it back inside this time to the 35-yard line. Craig Thompson in there on the tackle for Deerfield. Pickup of about 6 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 situation. Clock moving now, under 2 minutes to go. First half, we're scoreless.
Interesting, following Marvell Scott as the blocker.
And
But-
Deerfield's defense, Joe,
Yeah.
has been out there so long this first half, but to give them credit, they still haven't given up any points.
Well, it'll really be interesting to see in the second half if they wear down. They're not used to this at all. But Deerfield's D, you have to give them a ton of credit. They're playing their hearts out.
Here's Clemens again with the
She
football.
kind of holds.
He's got a hole. He breaks the tackle, still on his feet before being hog-tied down at about the 20-yard line. A pickup of 14 yards and a first down as he gets out of bounds. And the clock is frozen at 1:30 left to go in the first half. Nice running from Adam Clemens.
Looks like the whipper-snapper kind of tackle by Jeff Shines.
And he
Super
possibly
blocking.
saved a touchdown because Adam came
Let's
out
see
of a
the- let's
crowd of
see.
people. Watch this.
this tackle. There you
Yep.
go. Ooh.
Shine just fired him down to the turf, but he had a nice pickup of 16 yards. Now the clock moving. They stopped it to move the chain, saying that Clemens did not get out of bounds on the far sideline. High formation backfield. Scott in the wing back.
You're
It's
gonna go to
Clemens
that
again.
same side.
Still on his feet. He gets to around the 15. A pickup of close to 4 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6 situation. I believe Wheaton Central has called a timeout.
Timeout, Tigers.
Yeah, timeout Tigers. 58 seconds to go first half, Joe. And I think the main things to talk about so far in this first half for the Tigers is they've had tremendous field position, while Deerfield has been backed up deep in its own territory. We're still scoreless. But Wheaton Central is definitely threatening here. 1 turnover for each team.
It's just been Central executing the key 3rd down situations, opening up some holes, and line of scrimmage has so far belonged to the Tigers. This offensive line is just getting a little cracks. They're not big ones, they're little ones. Over the blue skies on Red Grange Field.
And this Tigers team has been tough over the last 3 years here at Red Grange. 14-2 record, 3-0 in the playoffs. They've outscored their opponents right here at Red Grange in the playoffs, 75-9. But Coach Thorne this year was talking about how they haven't played as well as they've wanted to here.
I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah, Glenbard West, they beat them the first game of the season at Glenbard West, 24-7, and struggled in the 2nd round of the playoffs to beat them 7-3. And then they struggled against Glenbard East and Glenbard South, both here at Red Grange. Scott motion near side. Again, it's Adam Clemens off the left side. He breaks through the line. Look out! And where he gets down inside the 5. He is close to the goal line, but he is not into the end zone. Adam Clemens was knocked out of bounds inside the 5, and it's 1st and goal, Wheaton Central.
Coach John Thorne is throwing out darts. He's throwing darts. And it's a black and orange one with 20 on it.
There's Adam with the football as he busts through the side with some great quickness. Again, it's Shine making the touchdown-saving tackle.
Oh, look for power football here.
Clock's moving.
Scott
40
Sion.
seconds.
Watch for Sione.
It is Sion. Left side. Touchdown. Tom Sion takes it in from the 1-yard line. And it's 6-0 Wheaton Central with 36 seconds to go in the first half.
Touchdown, Tigers!
Let's take a look at this one again, as Wheaton Central, a big key for them.
Here it is, power blocking.
No problem there. Aaron Unger couldn't do anything about it except watch Sion into the end zone. Chris Johnson in on the extra point. He missed one last week against Willowbrook, but he's 24 of 29 this year. High snap, gets it down, a kick is up, and it's good. So with 36 seconds to go in the first half, Wheaton Central has drawn first blood. They're on top of Deerfield, 7-0. Let's take a look one more time at Tommy Sion's touchdown from the 1.
Well, you can see it here from a different angle. There's all the push. You see Janice, all of them, Scott, they're all blocking. Craig Bartnick, even Lutzenkirchen, once he dishes it off, he's out there lowering the head.
The Wheaton Central fans awfully happy about that. Whenever the Tigers get on top first, they're always that much tougher because they can take a few more chances on that powerful defense that they have. 7-0 our score. Wheaton Central on top of Deerfield. This is the first game ever that Wheaton Central has hosted here at Red Grange Field in the semifinal round. Only the second time, I should say, they've made it this far. They've never gone to state, but they can feel it. They want it badly. They are up 7-0.
Let's see how the special team performs.
Jeff
Shine's back there. Guys will take it all away.
Well, they've been trying to kick it away from Shine.
He was trying to boost.
But this time they miss. He's got it. At the 10, up the gut. And he's met there, still on his feet. And he's up to about the 34-yard line. Jeff Shine, every time he touches the football, so dangerous. And he just went right up the middle. And Deerfield's going to have 30 seconds to see if they can try to do something here. And Joe, if you're Paul Adams, you try to get some points on the board, you play conservative and go into the locker room and get the opening kickoff in the second half.
But I would say I would risk anything.
They're not a throwing football team.
They're spreading them out, though.
No, right up the gut, nothing there for Rocky Ponticus.
Rocky Ponticus.
Dulciak! Mike Dulciak, number 60, playing the nose position, just a junior. He's a big kid.
Kevin, the nose man,
and he made the stop right there. And that will be the final play of the first half. And the
Wheaton is 1 for 5 for 23 yards. And for the Warriors and Dana Lions behind that Warrior offensive line, he's 1 for 4 for 13 yards.
It's a huge offensive line, isn't it, Joe? I mean, they've got the Adams and Jurowitz, both those kids at about 225, 235. Eric Nemera, he's actually the smallest guy at about 180. Joshua Smith, another huge guy, and Cast in the center at 210.
Yet they haven't been able to give Shine any running room or Rocky. So we'll see what happens. For Wheaton Central, Marvell Scott, 10 carries for 43 yards. Adam Clemens down the stretch for that half, just assumed the workhorse role.
Yeah,
7 carries
drive.
for 51 yards. Bartnick, 1 carry for 3 yards. He had a fumble. Sion, 4 carries for 16 yards. Altogether, 103 yards on the ground for the Warriors. Deerfield, Jeff Shine, they've kept him in check. 6 carries for 35 yards.
Oh,
and,
there you
Rocky
see Zeke,
Bonicus.
Joe.
Yep, Zeke.
Zeke, the Deerfield freak. He's a maniac out there.
Rocky Bonicus. 5 carries for 7 yards. Altogether, 126 yards for Wheaton Central. Only 55 for Deerfield. And they might be sucking some wind come the fourth quarter.
They have been out there a long time. We talked about it in the first half, how that offense for the Warriors generally holds on to the football 27 of the 48 minutes. Definitely not today, as Wheaton Central has parlayed some great field position all afternoon long, and they have a 7-0 lead. They could have more, as we talked about the Bartnick fumble, and it was kind of a surprise he was even carrying the football, Joe, because he's had that broken hand since the Naperville Central game, and he's had a soft cast on it. They gave him the football. Actually, how many carries did he have in that first half?
Oh, Bartnick had 1 carry.
Yeah, 1 carry, and he had the fumble. It was kind of a surprise as he got that football, as we talked about. But Wheaton Central is going to be kicking it off to start the second half.
And you know, Coach Paul Adams had a few words at the half. He lined up his offense and defense to try to get things straightened out. This game, not over by any means. Paul Adams.
Jeff Burke, a high end-over-end kick coming up at about the 5-yard line. It's Shine, veering to the near
wall
side. He's got some room in front of him. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. And this is going to be one of actually Deerfield's best field position of the day. They haven't had great field position at all. A lot of times starting at about their 20 or even inside the 20, one time at the 11. But this is, I guess, decent field position as opposed to what they had in the first half.
Have to keep that momentum going for Wheaton Central. Deerfield has to try and open up some holes. That's what it's boiling down to.
And it's going to be up to these guys to stop him. Brett Christensen at defensive end, the 2 tackles, Johnson and Dulciak. The 2 ends, Fagley, and Kevin Goff is the nose guard. First and 10. Here's the give. Off the left side is Shine. And he knocks one guy down at about the 29-yard line. He just blasted one of the Tigers back a couple of yards as he lowered the shoulder, showing some great power over there. But it was a nice pickoff off the left side up to about the 29-yard line.
Here's the rest of the Tiger D. You've already seen Tom Sion. Jason Martin teams up with him at the linebacker spot, playing a 5-2. Chris Wing, Michael Delgado, Sean McCaffrey, and Steve Sockisitz will be roaming in the backfield.
So after a pickup of 4 yards for Shine, it brings up a 2nd and 6 situation at the 29. Pro set backfield, 1 receiver out to the near side. This time it's Ponticus, not much there as he's stacked up by a pile of tacklers down there. Tom Sion in there on that tackle along with Pat Fagley, and he got it up over the 30-yard line to about the 32, and it's going to bring up possibly, let's call it a second, check that, a 3rd and 2 situation early on. Third quarter action. Bob Urzik alongside Joe Snydoff on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week. Wheaton Central is on top 7-0, but Deerfield has the football. 3rd and 2 at their own 32.
Confidence play for Deerfield.
Full house backfield. Here's the give. It's Shine off the left side. He's got the first down. He's at 3 tacklers. Finally take him down at about the 38-yard line. Craig Bartnick in there along with Sean McCaffrey. But it's a first down for Deerfield, and they look fired up. And you can imagine Coach Paul Adams, a very motivational type of guy, had a few words for him.
Paul Adams, a legend.
Here it is again.
Looking to gain some more momentum into the second half, and that was a play that could do it. Shines, 7-yard gain.
Jeff Shine, excellent running back. T formation. He's got the football up the gut. Right away. Sion, who throws him back down. Tom Sion, a big play for Wheaton Central. He just stood him up and threw Shine down to the turf, and you can imagine that didn't happen very often this season. But he did pick up maybe a couple. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 now at the 40.
Tremendous strength. Double fours.
And he is playing some emotional and inspirational football out there for Wheaton Central. Here's a rollout. Oh, look at this one.
Oh, what a play. Bartnick.
Aaron Bartnick. He snuffed that one out and threw Dana Lyons down to the turf at the 34-yard line. A loss of 6 yards. And Wheaton Central's defense on this series has been just fired up. Wow.
Out of nowhere.
3rd and 13. Definitely a passing situation for Deerfield.
Fullbacks are forcing Deerfield back.
That Tigers defense, Coach Thorne has said this has got to be one of the greatest Ds he's ever had, even though the statistics don't say so. And they shut out Willowbrook last week. They have played 6 straight shutout quarters. Here's Lyons on the keeper. He's got to get around wing. He can't do it. He's knocked down at about the 41, maybe the 42.
Just a
it's
safety
going to be a
play.
pickup of about 5 or 6, and it's going to force Deerfield to punt.
Just sort of a safety play there. Didn't go to the air. Hoping for a big boot from Strauss. See if they can pin him.
And we're going to have to see if Wheaton Central comes for this block. If they could block the punt, it'd be an awfully big play for them. We mentioned McCaffrey got one last week. Sion has blocked 4 punts this year, including 2 in 1 game. Plenty of time for Strauss. Low kick again. It's going to bounce at about the 30, and it gets back a wing. He takes it at his own 15. He's going to veer, try to get around the corner. Now he can't do it, and he's going to be taken down at about the 18-yard line.
Heck of a try.
Jamie Walker in there on the tackle, as it took a great bounce for Deerfield. And Wheaton Central will open it up. 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line.
Well, they're pinned. That was a heck of a boot. Got the nice roll. Forced them back.
And actually the short boot ended up turning out to help Deerfield because Wing couldn't field it on the fly, and it ended up bouncing about 20 yards in back of him. Pro set backfield for Andy Lutzenkirchen, who runs the show. It's Scott up the middle. He gets it across the 20 to about the 22. A pickup of 3 or 4, depending on the spot of the football. It's going to bring up about a 2nd and 6 situation.
You can bet Marvell is going to hold that football a nice portion of time in these last 2 quarters. You get this far.
There you see the Tigers offense. Lutzenkirchen runs the show. Scott and Bartnick in the backfield. The wideouts Ryan Slavic, Fagley, and Meneke, the 2 tight ends for the Tigers. They run the double tight end offense. They've got 1 receiver to the near side. That's Slavic. This side, it's Bartnick. It's his 2nd carry. Gets it across the 25 to about the 26. A pickup of maybe 3 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4 situation with 7.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 7-0 still our score. Wheaton Central on top. And they're going to be facing about a 3rd and 4 situation.
They bring Adam Clemens in for the play. And he'll try and maybe break one behind that offensive line of Simpson, Bartnick, Johnston, Janish, and Bogue.
And we apologize to Terry Bogue on his spelling. We know that's wrong. Scott in motion near side. Left side is Clemens. He busts over. I think he's got the 1st down. He gets over the 30-yard line. And he just squeezed his way through there, and the chains do move along. And Adam Clemens, man, unsung hero. He was just tremendous on their touchdown drive, busting off the left side. Did it again there. Picked up the needed yardage for the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 30.
Watch the shove by the offensive line. That's what's happening right here. You get a quick back. Going behind the offensive line, you see Bartnick with a heck of a block.
Football at the 30-yard line. 6.5 minutes to go. 3rd quarter and counting. Scott motion near side. Here's the give again. It's Clemens. He's still squeezing his way, squirting up too close to the 35. They're going to spot him at about the 34 after a pickup of 4 yards. It'll bring up a 2nd and 6 situation.
Scott is just limping all over the place. I mean, he's just hobbling in motion. It's not running in motion. He's hobbling in motion, trying to give it his all.
There you
for
see
Coach John Thorne.
Yeah. He's in his 11th year. He has an overall record of 49 and 34.
The man that never sleeps.
Definitely into the football, watching films at all hours of the night. Marvell in motion, struggling to run on the far side. Here's Clemens this time.
He cuts it up the middle.
cuts it back up to about the 38-yard line. A pickup of another 4 yards as Adam Clemens continues to eat up chunks of yardage. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 situation now as Wheaton Central has done a nice job of converting their 3rd down situations all afternoon, as they did last week against Willowbrook, as that defensive line for Deerfield has been on the field a very long time today. I can guarantee you they're not going to control the football 20 minutes this afternoon, Joe. I formation backfield. Marvell Scott's the fullback. Check that, the running back. Aaron Bartnick at the fullback spot. Scott's got the football. Up the middle, they're going to stop him short. Maybe a second effort.
He's got it.
Yeah, I think it's going to depend on the spot of the football. That second effort got it for him. He was met right around the 1st down marker, Joe, and he just struggled and struggled, and he got the 1st down. That shows what kind of great back Marvell Scott is, and that tells you why schools like Stanford, Colorado, Notre Dame, they're all shooting for the rights to get Marvell Scott in one of their uniforms.
Number 34 is Cash.
And he's kind of Cash, too, as he having trouble running out to the sideline. He looks like it's the hamstrings again as he comes out of the ball game.
This Deerfield defense is giving it all it's got to stay in this game.
It's do or die today.
Oh, they pass.
Big blitz. Get rid of the football. Lutzenkirchen did a nice job of getting rid of the football. He got some serious pressure from Michael Adams. Also in there giving him some troubles, Eric Namera from the linebacker spot. But Lutz did a nice job of getting away that pass. You saw Lutzenkirchen. He doesn't have great mobility. Of course, he's had the knee problems his whole career. He was knocked out for about 3 games.
Sort of an odd call with the play action here. Oh, getting some heavy rush from the blind side, running the ball effectively, going to the air now, trying to lull him to sleep to see if they can convert on this 2nd down.
That pass was intended for Pat Fagley, the tight end. Just out of his reach.
There's Sion, big hole!
Big hole for Sion is right. He's in the Deerfield territory at the 48-yard line and a 1st down. Big yardage for Tom Sion as he picks up 11 and a 1st down. Sion has played mostly on defense this year, but when he got the call in that Glenbard East game, his natural instincts took over. He has run the football a lot since his sophomore year. But boy, oh boy, Tom Sion has really done the job.
Nobody touched him, Bob. Nobody touched him at the line.
The line busting open huge holes. You can drive a train through there, and Tom Sion is like a little engine that could, and he's been doing it. This time, Clements, right side, gets it inside the 45 to the 44. In there on the tackle, Brian Jurowitz, the junior, 6'5", 225. But again, a pretty nice pickup.
Bob, I got Adam Clemens for 4 carries in this half. He's got 4 yards on every carry. This line is just pushing Deerfield's defensive front back. They're shoving them back.
Say it's pretty consistent. 2nd and 6 situation from the 43. One receiver to the near side, I formation backfield. Andy Lutzenkirchen gives it to Sion again. He's thrown back. He may have gotten a yard or 2, if that. He got at the nose of the football. Will be spotted probably close to the 41. They're going to give him a couple. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 5 situation.
Boy, Sion was really tackled hard on that play. It seemed like his legs might have been pinned underneath him. He was just shoved back.
Football resting on the 42-yard line. Crowd getting fired up. Under 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Big play, big play.
Wheaton Central on top. They've converted a number of 3rd down situations. Here, play action. Lutzenkirchen being rushed. Throws it up for grabs. It's almost intercepted, and Fagley almost caught the deflection, but a marker is down on the field. And we'll have to see what the call is.
I think it's a hold.
We'll wait for the call from our referee, Chuck Esposito. And Lutz threw it up, and it is. Illegal man downfield is the call against Wheaton Central. And the pass was incomplete. Fagley almost made the catch off the deflection. .243 left to go, 3rd quarter. Wheaton Central has the 7-0 lead. See the call being made by Chuck Esposito. The penalty declined.
We'll give it a boot.
You had a man on the line covered. That meant an ineligible man downfield on the offense. 5-yard penalty declined. 4th down.
Let's take a look at it again.
I think he was trying to hit Fagley right off the bat. He's trying to get Fagley. Oh, he's covered. Darn it. Then he's just got to launch it. Try and hit him again. Trying to hit him twice.
So Adam Clemens standing at his own 46 has
Whoa.
a high snap. Good job of catching. He puts off
He
a high
hangs it.
boot.
He hangs it pretty good.
It's Shine making the catch. Veers to the near side. Sion!
Oh, he
grab
wraps
him
him
down
up
to
at
the
the
5. Tom Sion was there for it. And he threw him down for the 5-yard line. And Jeff Shine had no running room there. Deerfield again will start with poor field position at its own 5-yard line with 2:33 left to go, third quarter. 7-0 Central on top.
The kid can run. The kid can tackle.
First and 10 Warriors on their own 9.
Actually, it's at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock moving. 2:20 to go. Here's the give, Shine. He's going to be met by Chris
Great
Wing
gang
and
tackling.
barreled out of bounds at about the 15-yard line by Mike Delgaldo as well.
Chris Wing, Mike Delgado on that stop.
Also in there was Jason Martin from the linebacker spot for Central. It's going to be a pickup of 4 yards.
14-yard line.
It's going to be a 2nd and 6 situation at the 14.
Bob, the Tiger DBs are doing such an outstanding job getting into the backfield and shutting down Shine or Ponticus for minimal gains. Nothing big.
Jeff Shine has definitely not had a day like he's had in his 3 previous playoff appearances where he racked up 700 yards.
Counter, trap.
Trap play to the other side. Now is Rocky Ponticus. Check that Shine again. And not much yardage there as he was tripped up.
By Mike Dulciak.
Mike Dulciak in on that tackle.
Along with
The football is going to be spotted at about the 16-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, as you mentioned, Joe.
It's a big play for Deerfield. This is a huge play. They don't want to get stuck back here.
They haven't converted many 3rd down situations, but they need one here in a big way. Running backs in the pro set. Lions trying to draw Central offsides.
Too much time.
The marker goes down. The marker goes down, but it's actually a break for Deerfield because they were stopped short. Shine was stopped short. Well, you called it. Too much time. It'll push the football back 5 yards. And unfortunately for Wheaton Central, they had stopped Shine short. But they'll get another shot as they push it back 5 yards.
Down.
It'll bring up a 3rd and 8 situation now.
You got to be ready to go. You got to be ready to boom. 3rd and 3 in our own end. Boom. We got to go. We got to get out of here.
Football sitting at about the 12-yard line.
Don't understand that penalty from
Brings
Deerfield.
up a passing situation, Joe. Pro set backfield. One man on the wing on the far side. It's a play action. He's got time over the middle. It's complete. Rocky Ponticus lowers the shoulder. He's up over the 30 to the 32-yard line. And that's the bread and butter passing play for these Warriors. And it's the 2nd time today that it's worked. And in a big situation, 1st down Deerfield at the 32-yard line.
What a nice play. We've seen it. The same play worked before, worked again. It's a couple fakes.
Nice job of hiding the football.
Yep. Then there's Ponticus on the run. Hard running.
1st and 10 from the 32. Full house backfield. Gives to the first man through. Check that instead. That's Macheris. He lowers the shoulder. Can't go anywhere.
Game tackling.
Some big game tackling is right. Sean McCaffrey in there along with Steve Sakasitz and, of course, double force, Tom Sion. With 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. After the 1-yard gain, it'll bring up a 2nd and 9 situation. And Deerfield will probably get one more play off.
Everybody was in there.
Everybody was in there is right. That's what the Tigers want to see, Tigers fans. A lot of gang tackling out there. Jason Macheris on that last run picked up 1 yard. And we're under 30 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 9, full house backfield T formation. Here's the give. It's Shine holding onto that football with two hands. Gets across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
And he's got it almost.
It's going to be awfully close. I think he's less than a yard short. It's going to bring up a third and about one, if that. That's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Once again, our score, the same as it was at half. Wheaton Central on top, 7-0. However, Deerfield is driving with one of their best drives of the afternoon. Stay tuned for an exciting fourth quarter coming up on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week.
And I'm Joe Snydoff.
If you like high school sports, then Sports Week is your local ticket to exciting sports action.
Step in each week for fast-paced, hard-hitting highlights, interviews, and features on players and teams in your area.
You say you missed a big game this week? Well, Sports Week didn't. We've got all the pad-popping, ball-spiking highlights plus previews from the weekend ahead.
If you breathe local sports, then Sports Week is your life source. Sports Week, catch it on Thursday nights at 7.
And then again on Friday nights at 7 on Jones Intercable TV.
All right, welcome back to Red Grange Field. 12 more minutes of high school football action here ahead of us, unless they go overtime, and it's very possible. Our score, Wheaton Central on top of Deerfield, 7-0. Bob Erzik alongside Joe Snydoff on a beautiful day in Wheaton for high school football. Temperatures in the low 50s, if that. Not much wind out there at all. I mean, the flags are dead in the south end zone, as this is it. 12 more minutes of action. We're going to see who wants it more. The winner of this one has a date at Hancock Stadium for a noon kickoff next Saturday to take on the winner of the Bloomington-Mont Carmel matchup. Deerfield has the football.
Here we go, big play.
3rd and 1 situation. There's the first down. They got the first down. Rocky Ponticus on the carry, and he got about a couple, if that. Well, Rocky gets the first down and a big play for Deerfield as they keep the football.
We'll have a timeout for a measurement.
And now they're going to measure it, but from what it looks like from here, Joe, I think they've got that first down.
I thought he got more than a yard. Oh, this is it, Bob. This is what high school football is all about. It's just what football's all about.
Wheaton Central.
Talking about high school.
Yeah.
This is everything.
Wheaton Central. Yep, they got the first down. It shouldn't have been a question, but Wheaton Central is just 12 minutes away of advancing to its first state final appearance. Wow, this is becoming old hat for Deerfield. They haven't done it since '84, but they've been in that final game 4 times where they've gone 1-3. Their only state championship under Coach Paul Adams coming in 1975 when they had a perfect 13-0 record. Full house backfield. Here's the give, Shine. He's tripped up. A great tackle by Pat Fagley in the backfield. And Shine got maybe a yard. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 situation.
Super play by Fagley. Just sort of brushed him, knocked him off balance. Shine went down. Pickup of only 1.
2nd and 9. Lions, Dana Lions, playing 2 ways, running the show on offense. It's a keeper. He gets rid of it. And it was almost picked off by Aaron Bartnick, who was covering Rocky Ponticus at the 50. The ball was underthrown, and Bartnick went for the football, couldn't come up with it, though. So it goes incomplete, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and 9 situation. Definitely a passing down for Deerfield, or else maybe watch for the draw. 11:02 left to go in the ball game. 7-0, Wheaton Central on top of Deerfield.
Great rush by Doug Johnston and Patrick Fagley again. Arms up, fundamental football, getting in there.
And we talked with Coach Thorne. Asked him if he was worried about facing a team coached by such a legend as Paul Adams. And all he said was, we faced good coaches before, and we know Paul Adams is a legend, and his teams are going to be ready, and they have been. It's going to be almost intercepted by Sean McCaffrey. Lions threw it right in the hands of McCaffrey. It would have been a great interception if he came up with it. I don't know if Lions saw him or what, but he threw it right there, and McCaffrey had a golden chance of coming up with a pick.
They did a nice job of chucking the receiver off the line of scrimmage. Tried to loop it over McCaffrey. Didn't do the job. Just didn't do the job.
So Strauss in there, standing at his own 30, ready to punt again. They're coming. He got it off, though. Nice
should
punt.
get a nice return here.
He has it at his own 23. Cutting to the far sideline, up over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So let's call it about a 9-yard return. In there on the coverage, Jamie Walker making the tackle. Also in there, Joshua Smith, number 71, to veer him out of bounds.
Well, we're sitting here, about 11 minutes left. Touchdown type drive. Eating up that clock, wearing down the defense, would put the Tigers in the driver's seat.
And just a reminder, we'll have a post-game show. Stay tuned for that. We'll hear from the big people in this game. Here's
Safety
a pass. Underthrown
right
a little bit. Looking for Ryan Slavic at about the 35. He was open. Would have been about a 5-yard pickup if they would have completed the pass, but it goes for naught. 2nd and 10 situation as Lutz underthrew him a little bit.
Oh, I don't know. It sort of looked like it just went right past Slavic's underneath his arms there. A little bit of a hole. He tried to come back to the ball. It was underthrown a little bit, as you mentioned.
But it could have been underthrown for a purpose because that pass is almost nearly impossible to be picked off unless you're in the passing lane.
Oh, you want it. Yeah, you want it down there.
No one was even near Slavic. I formation backfield, 2nd and 10. It's Clemens. Gets up over the 30. What is it, Lars? He broke the tackle and got it over the 40-yard line, up to the 42. Adam Clemens didn't need a spin move there to break the tackle, but he did. And it's going to be close to a first down, a pickup of 9, maybe 10. They're going to bring out, I think, the chain gang to check this one out. Let's look. It looked like Clemens was stopped, but then he squirted loose. He's very diminutive, small out there. Watch it.
Folks, this guy's 5'7", 156. You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, someone tried to grab him by the ankles, missed it, and Jason Yana finally brought him down. It's going to be, let's see, it's going to be about a half a yard to go for the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd and less than 1 for Wheaton Central. 10:08 and counting.
Have to capitalize on 20's carry right there, Bob.
The Tigers can punch it into the end zone. That would make it awfully hard for Deerfield to come back.
Capitalize right here on this play.
They've done a good job today on 3rd down conversions. It's Sion. He's got the first down. All you see when Sion gets the football is the pile moving, and it did there. They've got the first down. Tom Sion showing the good strength, and he picks up the needed yardage.
I think you'll see the Tigers run the football another 3 times.
They want to melt that clock. It's moving, under 10 minutes to go. 7-0 Tigers. The only score coming with 36 seconds to go in the first half. Sion taking it in from the 1.
Warriors looking for a turnover here. Watch the strips and the hacks.
They're a team that doesn't rely on the turnover. They're a team that just gets after you on defense. And that's going to be probably too much time on Andy Lutzenkirchen and the Wheaton Central offense. You see the penalties again plaguing the Tigers. We talked about it so much last week. 13 penalties against Willowbrook for 130 yards. This one's going to move it back 5. It'll bring up a 1st and 15 situation now with the ball resting at the 39. Our score 7-0 as you see it. Red Grange Field, the site of this one. The winner heads to Hancock Stadium on the campus of Illinois State University.
That could have been a break Deerfield needed right there.
.9:25 to go. Lutz rolling. Has time. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. A tremendous play down there by Dana Lyons, who's made a few of those, as the pass intended for Steve Sockasitz at the 45-yard line, but at the last second, Lyons kind of did what Sockasitz did. Threw his body and knocked the pass down.
That was a strong throw by Lutz. Oh, he fires the football.
No doubt about the strength of Lutzenkirchen's arm. It's his mobility, which has been hurt so much because of that knee injury he had last year while playing basketball. But he's shown tremendous heart. They thought his career was over when he hurt his knee again this year, but he's out there now. Here's the
oh boy, there's
he's
some
got some yardage way out in front of him. Gets it over the 45 to about the 47 out there. And it's Lyons again from the cornerback spot. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7 situation, a pickup of 8 on that run. Football at the 47. Let's watch Clemens again, who's done a nice job this afternoon.
Little option football. Lex, dish. Clemens trying to find some room. Upended.
Good tackle from Dana Lyons.
Big play.
3rd and 7. Clock rolling. 8.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Pro set backfield. Lutz, straight drop. Has time. He angles it this way. Oh, a great play! Jason Yana from the linebacker spot saved the first down. Tremendous play. They were looking for Adam Clemens on the near side. Yana made the leap, timed it perfectly, and knocked it incomplete. 4th down, Central has to kick.
It was a tremendous play. Yana, stride for stride with Adam Clemens. Patrick Fagley out there too. You had the big guy, little guy, tandem. We'll see if Adam gets off the nice boot here. Deerfield looking to get on the board. They're hungry, this offense. The defense has to be coming off the field saying, come on.
Here's Clemens' boot.
Line drive.
Yep, it's kicked hard.
Lions.
29. He's veering near side. Delgaldo, he breaks through. He's got some yardage in front of him before he's knocked down at the 33-yard
A
line.
little bit of a seam.
Whoa, nice tackle out there from Jason Frederick. It's the 6'2", 175-pound junior. He's one of those guys on the suicide squad, not a starter. And man, oh man, if he doesn't make that tackle, there's humongous yardage in front of Lyons. Let's take a look at that one again. He came out of nowhere, Joe.
Crafty maneuvering as the Tigers special teams had him covered pretty well. But then he cuts it up the field. We'll see right here. There, he's trapped. And all of a sudden he slips the tackle and then he breaks a few.
Nice play to knock him out of bounds.
Here we go.
Oh, big tackle, Dulciak in there. No yardage at all. Mike Dulciak made the stand-up hit on Jeff Shine. And no yardage there. Man,
no yardage, no blocking.
Watch this hit from Dulciak, the junior. He just stood Shine up in his tracks. Bang.
Oh,
looks like he hit a brick wall. Pro set backfield now, one receiver to the near side. No gain on that last run.
There's a pass.
Play action, over the middle, it's complete to Fleury at the 45-yard line, and Jason Martin makes the tackle. It's going to be a pickup of about 12 or 13 and a first down for Deerfield, and that has been basically the only play passing-wise that has worked for the Warriors this afternoon on that play action as they hit that tight end. And it was successful there.
The tight end or the fullback, Rocky Ponticus, that was a nice tackle there by Jason Martin. That was a nice tackle.
Under 7.5 minutes to go in the ball game. T formation, here's the give. Shine, right side this time, breaks one tackler. Gets it up to about the 48-yard line. The nose of the football, let's see where they spot it. It's going to be just over the 48, a pickup of 2 yards. Call it a 2nd and 8 situation.
Must score, must 7 right here. With 7 minutes to go in the football game. You don't want to go giving it back to Wheaton Central in that offensive line. It'll start smelling normal.
Boy, Wheaton Central, they ever need a turnover, it's right here. Deerfield, their offense struggled last week, even though they scored
wide
20
receiver
points.
Spot.
Lyons with it on the keeper. He gets around the corner before being barreled out of bounds at the 46.
Heavy duty tackling right there. Stopped him short.
It's going to be about 3 yards short, a pickup of
nice
5.
3.
Delgaldo knocked him out of bounds. So it's almost 2 down time for Deerfield. It's a 3rd and 3. Football resting with the nose on the 46 of Wheaton Central. And Sion and Delgaldo asking the Wheaton Central fans to make some noise, and they are.
What's the give?
It's Shine around the corner. Chris Wing makes the tackle, but it's good enough for the first down. Deerfield picks up the first down as Shine gets 3 yards there. And this is nail-biting time. 6.5 minutes to go. Deerfield with the first down at the Tigers' 42-yard line. Take a look at it again as Shine got out to the outside and Wing made the tackle, but not until he got the first.
Good effort here. Wing makes the tackle. Not enough. Got the 4.
A textbook tackle at that.
Offense versus defense.
2 men in the backfield, 1 at the wing back spot. It's Shine on the counter. And
Nothing
he
there,
takes
nothing
tacklers,
there.
takes tacklers to the 41-yard line. Jason Martin in there on that tackle along with Doug Johnston. And he got maybe a yard. Let's call it 2nd and 9 from the 41-yard line.
Ooh, they needed more yardage on that play. They needed more yardage on that play.
This is one of the deepest penetrations of the day for this Deerfield offense.
See if they go to the air.
2nd and 9. 5.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Lions.
There's an air pass again.
Gets rid of it. And he intercepted Sion. Tom Sion with the big interception.
That'll do it.
He brings it up to the 44-yard line. And there he is again, stepping up when he has to do it. Tom Sion, his 2nd interception of the day.
Double fours. Pick squared.
And how many times this year has a Sion interception fired up this team and come at such a tremendous time? And there it is again.
He's just sitting there. He just steps right in front.
Man, that has to burst the Deerfield bubble. It's not over yet, though. 5 minutes and counting. Central's got to get a couple of first downs and get that clock moving. Clemens, not much there. 1 yard maybe. He gets it up to about the 44-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 9. We're at 4:50 and counting. Wheaton Central needs to get at least 1, maybe 2 first downs. Band is whooping it up on the Wheaton Central sideline. Great crowd on hand from both sides, Wheaton Central and Deerfield. High formation backfield. Scott in the wingback position on the far side. Here's the pitch, Clemens again.
See what kind of blocking Bartnick gives out.
Nothing there. Jurowitz on the tackle, got it up maybe to the 45, maybe another yard if that. They're going to spot it, the nose at the 45, bringing up a 3rd and 8 situation. Clock still moving. 4 minutes to go. Wheaton Central can get a first down. That would really hurt Deerfield's chances of getting back into this one.
The pass right here might rely on the defense. Watch, you might have Pat Fagley.
Timeout, Lutzenkirchen's going to take it. Good call. This is the biggest play of the ball game. Coach Paul Adams will go on the field and talk with his team. There you see him, a legend. There were rumors he would retire this season after his son graduates. But no, he says he's going to come back for 1 more year. He owes it to the kids. At least 1 more year, and then it's up in the air. He wants to get those 200 wins. He's only had 1 losing season in his 23 years of coaching at Deerfield. Just incredible.
Oh, both of these coaches had their squads well prepared. You got Thorne for Wheaton Central in that huddle saying, hey, gentlemen, if we execute here, it means we've gotten it done.
Not only that, means a trip to Normal, Illinois, and a great shot in the arm for this program, which has been just tremendous over these last 3 years. The last team actually, Joe, in fact, to move down to the state playoffs from this area, Wheaton North, the crosstown rival back in '86. The Falcons winning their 3rd state championship that year. And Wheaton Central would love to duplicate that. They don't care who they play after this, whether it's Bloomington or Mount Carmel. They just want to get past Deerfield. 3rd and 9. 3:39 to go in the 4th quarter. Lutzenkirchen.
Got Wojciechowski out there too.
Receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Pro set backfield. It's a draw to Scott. Scott jitterbugs. Still on his feet. He gets up close to the first down. Up near the 50-yard line. A pickup of 5. It's actually going to be shy. Maybe 3-4 yards. We're looking at the wrong stick there. But it's going to be short. And it looks like Wheaton Central is going to have to depend on one of their men of the hour. Here you see him.
There it is. He gives it that burst right there now. Almost gives the defense a little chance to catch up.
And there was Jeff Shine making the tackle there that saved the first
down. He come in there hard.
Yeah. He wants another shot of taking a
We'll
football
see here.
down the
We'll
field.
see.
Under 3 minutes to go. Here's Clemens' boot. Nice high kick.
It was nice.
It's going to be taken by Lyons at his own 15. Cuts it back to the far sideline. Still on his feet, breaks the tackle. Sion is going to finally knock him down at about the 24-yard line. And Deerfield will get the football back with 2:47 left to go in the ball game. And they've got a long way to go. 75 yards for a touchdown. That's a long ways. Wheaton Central definitely has to prevent the big play here because this Deerfield team hasn't been known for marching it down the length of the field.
Watching it pull out maybe a little trick play. Haven't done anything all day.
Crowd is on its feet. They're going nuts here. They can taste Normal, Illinois. Play action.
Oh, he's got him over here.
Big rush from Fagley. He's going to
goes under.
Lyons is sacked at the 14-yard line. Doug Johnston in there. This Wheaton Central leader in sacks. Pat Fagley also there. Let's take a look at it.
Heavy duty rush. Give this a coverage sack right here. Nobody open. Here comes Fagley. Here comes a pack of Tigers.
Kevin Goff also in there. Great defense. A loss of 11 yards. Football resting on the 15. Clock is moving. Deerfield's definitely going to need a big play. They are 85 yards away from pay dirt. 2nd and 21. Lyons back to pass. He's got a rush coming from Delciak. Throws it up. It's complete to Rocky Ponticus at the 27-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. Hurry up offense, obviously, for Deerfield. Clock is ticking with 1:45 and counting.
It'll be 3rd and 7.
Both teams buckling up the chin straps.
Clock is at 1.5 minutes to go. Crowd on its feet on the Wheaton Central sideline. Pro set backfield. Lyons rolling. He's got a serious rush. It's complete again to Ponticus, and he's taken down right away by Tom Sion at the 34-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and it's just going to be just short of the 1st down, it looks like, by about a yard. 1:17. Deerfield has taken the timeout. 4th and 1 from the 34. Joe, can you ask for any more attention? Can you ask for a more perfect football game?
Nope.
Well, that's a good answer. 1:17 to go in this one. Wheaton Central can taste it. They suffered such a heartbreaking loss last year. In that frozen tundra out at Notre Dame Field in Niles, losing 6-3 to a team that was inferior in talent by far. Coach Thorne thought they should have beat them by 3 or 4 touchdowns. When they arrived on the bus, they saw the field was just full of ice and snow. The offense couldn't move it, and they lose in overtime. But this year, they've had the weather, and they've got a 7-0 lead here with 1:17 to go in the ball game. Man, crowd on Wheaton Central side going crazy. Deerfield a little bit quiet, however, they have not given up hope by any means. You put that football in Jeff Shine's hands.
Don't want to give up the big play. Don't want to give up the big play right here. You'll let him do this all day. I don't care.
Shine can bust it anytime he touches that football. Fourth and 1. Here's the give. Up the middle. They've got the 1st down. Over the 35 to the 36-yard line is Shine. And they've got the 1st down. They still have to go 64 yards, though, to get into the end zone.
Just got an update. Downers Grove North beating East St. Louis 28-14.
What a tremendous upset that would be. Tremendous. East St. Louis senior, rated by some pollsters, including ESPN, as the top team in the country. Right here at Red Grange Field, Deerfield has taken another timeout with 1:14 to go, Joe. And man, you hear that line so often. Boy, these teams have played so great. No one should go home a loser. Unfortunately, someone has to. But this headline sure certainly fits to this ball game.
They got a 7-zip score. Both teams giving it all they got, every ounce of energy. All those practice sessions, those double workouts in the summer, comes down to this.
Yep. Wheaton Central has done a great job on defense. They're looking for their 2nd straight shutout. Deerfield struggled last week on offense. They've struggled today. They still have a good shot. They've got a first down and 10 from the 36.
They're going to need a big play. This Warrior squad right here, they're going to have to come out of that huddle with a big play sooner or later. Coach Muhich and the Tigers defense want to avoid that.
Lions on the play action, big rush, it's a screen to Shine. He's got the football, he's got some yardage in front of him. He's knocked out of bounds at the 48 by Mike Delgaldo. And that was a perfectly set up play by Deerfield. Someone could have knocked Delgaldo down. Shine would have had some serious yardage in front of him. But the clock stops at 1:03. Let's take a look at it again.
Watch
Delgaldo.
how beautifully this screen is set up. Here comes the Tigers, and then they go, oh, it's a screen.
Yep,
And he's got that wall, that Warrior wall.
You saw Johnson stop in his tracks and back up, but it was way too late. Lions again. He's got some pressure. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. And Deerfield wanted a pass interference down on the sideline as they were looking for Shine, but nothing there. Sean McCaffrey on the good coverage. Tom Cione also out there. Pass goes incomplete. 57 seconds to go, fourth quarter. It's now 2nd and 10 from Deerfield's 48-yard line.
Now we'll see. They just can't have any breakdowns. The Tigers defense. Warriors want to try and create some confusion. As you'll see here, Lions sort of underthrow his man because Shine was closely guarded by McCaffrey. He didn't want to get picked off. It was a smart play by Dana Lions. Smart play.
Throw set backfield. Shine is out at the wingback position on the near side. Another receiver also there. Lions has a man. Oh, it was almost intercepted. Mike Delgaldo had a beat on it, and if he picked it up, that would have been it. But Delgaldo, it went through his hands. So Deerfield still alive. 3rd and 10 situation now.
They're almost putting double coverage on him. Why not? Why not? Watch for the fake here. You'll see Lions. He's going to try and hit him. Double coverage. They're going to maybe try and fake the Shines and have him run a deep route. Somebody.
Lions, he's getting a serious rush from Scott. Gets rid of the football. What a grab. It's dropped at the last second. Shines almost came up with a circus catch, but he could not bring it down. And it goes incomplete. 4th and 10. This is the season for Deerfield. 4th and 10, 45 seconds to go. Wheaton Central is just one play away of
Here
making
it is
a trip
again.
downstate. And the fans
Got
on
the
their
rush.
feet. Yeah.
Shine just couldn't haul it in with the one-hand grab. It was a little bit behind him. This is it. Who wants it more? Who wants it more?
Crowd on its feet on the Wheaton Central side as the players trying to get him up. Let's take a look at this play again. Scott, see him hobbling there, and Shine, almost a tremendous catch.
Let's watch the rush.
This is it. 4th and 10 from the 48. Lions, he's got a man. It's the Shine. He makes the catch, but he's out of bounds.
Wait a minute.
He's out of bounds.
They're calling
Shine
it.
is out of
No,
bounds.
it's out of bounds.
It's incomplete. It's
Tigers,
incomplete.
Tigers.
And it was a great call. It was a very good call. We saw it perfectly, and Shine could not get the feet in bounds. He could not get the feet in bounds.
Let's take a look at that one again.
Paul Adams. Let's look at it again.
Here
It was
it
a
is.
good call. We saw it.
They were airing it out. They did a couple fakes. Here it is. Is he in? Oh, the knee sort of hit on the line.
Tough to call, but it looks
From
like
another angle, we'll see the knee. And it hits out.
it was out of bounds. You saw the replay there. It was a good call. The referee was right there. From our vantage point, we also had a great shot of seeing it, and it was out of bounds.
The referee from behind made the call.
And it looks like, what's the call? I believe there was a personal foul on the field, on Deerfield. And Wheaton Central has the football. It's all academic now, 36 seconds away from going downstate. Man, oh man, did that one come down to it. We're going to have a post-game show. Do not go away. Wheaton Central's going to kneel on the football. I believe Deerfield has one timeout left.
McCaffrey was burnt.
He had some coverage down there, and of course they went to their money man, Shine. He made a tremendous catch, just could not get the feet in bounds.
How can you not have 3 guys on him?
It was one-on-one coverage down there, and he beat McCaffrey. But now all Wheaton Central has to do is kneel on it, and that's what Lutz does. See, I believe Deerfield has 1 timeout left. Yep, they're going to take it. Paul Adams takes it with 27 seconds to go, but that is going to be it. Boy. There you see some of the fans. We are number 1. Today, yes, Wheaton Central is number 1, as they're going to hand Deerfield their first loss. Great season for the Warriors. They win the Central Suburban North under Coach Paul Adams. But it looks like the season stops here. 27 seconds left to go. Wheaton Central has the football. All they have to do is kneel on it. There you see the legend himself.
He gave an earful.
Yep.
He gave the refs an earful.
They haven't been able to move the football at all on offense today. You got to credit Wheaton Central's D. They've done a great job as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, coming into this ball game, Coach Adams said that his team has to be one of the least enthusiastic teams in the Final Four, coming off that performance against Rockford Auburn. Now, even though they won that game 20-8, they were stopped inside Auburn's 10-yard line, I believe, 4 times, and inside the 1-yard line 2 times. So they have struggled a little bit in these last couple of weeks on offense. And right now, with 27 seconds left to go, Lutzenkirchen will go down on 1 knee. His bad knee. You see him chugging backwards there. There's no way Deerfield can stop the clock now. That's going to be the final play of the ball game. The clock ticking under 15 seconds to go.
3rd and 14.
And there you see the frustration on Deerfield's faces. The crowd is counting it down. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1. That's it.
The Tigers advance! The Tigers advance!
There you see the crowd storming the field. Wheaton Central has won it. 7-0, our final score.
I-55, here we come!
There you see the field. The Tigers going nuts. They win it 7-0. Handshakes going all over the field between the 2 teams. And what a big victory for the Wheaton Central program as the Tigers improve to 12-1. Deerfield, they've had a great year. It ends at 12-1. And we're going to be back with a post-game show. Stay tuned. It's coming up next on Jones Intercable's Game of the Week. Keep it here.
Congratulations to both teams on the
It looked like to me that his feet stepped out of bounds before he even jumped up for the ball, but he definitely landed out of bounds.
Sean, it's just a few minutes after you guys have won this game. You're going downstate, first time as a program. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
I don't know. I'm just in disbelief. We're going to go down there and just tear it up. I don't know what we're going to do.
Excellent attitude, Sean. Joe Snydoff here. It seemed like you were the only guy down there. How come there weren't 2 or 3 other Tigers?
Well, usually the free safety is supposed to be back, but I'm sure there was another pattern defense. Steve was on that, so it was me on him, and he went out of bounds, so we won the ball game.
Sean, this is Bob Erzik again. Were you worried? You saw Shine. This guy had some great speed at 4.5, 4.6, and here you are one-on-one. What were you thinking going in that last play? You knew they were coming to him.
I knew he was going to run deep, so I just hung back, and I don't know if 4.6 speed is like that. I don't know. He didn't seem that fast.
And we asked Adam Clemens, same question to you. Does it matter who you play, whether it's Mount Carmel or Bloomington?
No, we're just going to stay disciplined, execute, hopefully win the ball game.
All right, Sean, thanks a lot. We'll see you down at Normal. Good luck.
Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
All right, there you hear it from Sean McCaffrey. We're going to still try to get Coach Thorne. He's talking with his players, and of course, as expected, being swamped by the media out there. You got to know he's got to be awfully happy about this one. He picks up career win number 50. As there you see some of the beautiful view of Wheaton, and there you see the Tiger himself.
Mr. Tigger!
Is he happy? Is he happy? Yeah, he is. As is all the Wheaton Central fans here. They have deserved it. They have had a tremendous program over the last 3 years.
There's our
one
crew.
of one of our wonderful photographers.
Jennifer Howard.
There is Jennifer.
We have an excellent crew, and once again, they just did a fantastic job in covering all the action. Steve Mogan, Cams, you got Jeff Mills, Jonathan Koth, Deb Piscola,
Kenny
the list
Masters,
goes on.
Mike
Kenny
Stordo,
Masters,
yep.
Mike Stordo.
Jeff Mills.
Oh.
And this gives us a chance to say this is our final ball game of the year on Jones Intercable football-wise. But
Sue Terrestrial?
Yeah, Sue Terrestrial, of course. And we're going to be coming back with the basketball season, starting Elgin versus Larkin on December 7th. We will be down, however, in Normal, Illinois with these same Tigers, and we're going to have a nice big story on them, win or lose, on our local report as well as our Sports Week program. As there you see the final, 7-0. And Wheaton Central, they have done it so many times this year, faced teams that may have been a little bit bigger than they were, but they've come up against it. Their only loss coming this year, the 5th game of the season against Glenbard North, a Panthers team that won the DuPage Valley Conference. They lost that game pretty handily at 35-9. But Wheaton Central has strung together 3 tremendous years, Joe. I still remember it 2 years ago when they lost to Wheaton North in the playoffs. They started that year losing their first 3 games. Then they came back, won, I believe, 8 or 9 in a row, then lost in like a mud bowl at Wheaton North in the quarterfinals in a tough game that went down to the final minutes. Last year they had the tremendous season, lost in that ice bowl out at Notre Dame, and Coach Thorne coming into this game was just saying, please, please, give us some good weather. They got the good weather, and they came through with a great win. All the hugs on the field out there going to Coach Thorne, as this has got to be the pinnacle of his coaching career, going to the state final, but their business is not done. They faced the winner of the Bloomington-Mount Carmel game. It doesn't matter, as you heard the guys say, both Sean McCaffrey and Adam Clemens.
They don't care.
They don't care, as long as they get to play somebody down in Normal, Illinois.
This Tigers defense is really what made Wheaton Central advance. The Warriors coming into this contest averaging 358 yards from scrimmage. That's an average. That's an average.
Guys
267 rushing, an average of 6.1 yards per carry, and 91 yards passing per game. And the Tigers defense, the DBs, the linebackers, and the line, did just one heck of a job.
And they had the advantage also, if it is an advantage, of tradition on their side. We talked about it. 17 years the high school playoffs have been in existence. 13 of those years, this Deerfield team has been in there under Coach Paul Adams. 7 straight years in the playoffs. They've got 1 state title to their credit. They were 4-1 in the semis. I mean, if you talk about experience in these type of big, gut-check, pressure-packed ball games, you're talking about the advantage going right there to Deerfield. But hey, Wheaton Central hung tough here. We talked about their record. They're now 15-2 over the last 3 years right here at Red Grange Field in the playoffs. They're 4-0, and it turns out to be a big advantage, even though Coach Thorne was saying earlier in the week that actually this hasn't been they haven't played their greatest football here recently. But I believe we do have quarterback Andy Lutzenkirchen on the field.
Yeah.
Andy, can you hear us? This is Bob Urzik. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Andy, congratulations. We talked last week, and we mentioned how important it was for you guys to score on that first drive and get out ahead of Willowbrook. And again, you guys got out ahead of this Deerfield team, and it ended up being the only score and a nice victory for you.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. There's really not much we can say right now. I think it hasn't set in yet that we're going to state yet, and I still think about last year right now, and I hope this takes that out of my mind.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine. I mean, it was so bitter last year. Your team was much better than that Notre Dame squad. Coach Thorne was telling us maybe 2-3 touchdowns better.
Yeah.
Then you faced the Ice Bowl, and now today, I imagine, when you guys woke up, you were watching the weather reports all week long and just praying it was going to be great weather.
Oh, we've been watching the weather. See, this week it got up to about 70, and we just had great practices, and we got ready for this game. And just the start of this whole tournament, everything looked in our favor, and right now we've taken control and we're going downstate.
Tell me about that Deerfield defense. It had so much publicity, the defensive line being so strong and so large and everything like that. But you guys, I think your offensive line won the ball game on the offensive side, and I think the defensive line won it as well.
Oh yeah, our offense was just great today, our offensive line. They just blew them off the ball. We get 5 yards a pop, and we tried to throw the ball. They did a better job defending the pass today than we thought they were gonna, and thank God we were able to keep the ball moving on the ground.
Lutz, Joe Snydoff here. Coming into this contest, you guys, you threw a few bombs early on, maybe about 3 or 4 bombs. Were you just trying to spread things open? What was the game plan coming in, and how did you go about things moving the football?
Well, we ran a lot of lead, and then after that we tried to throw a play action pass, and we sent Sox to the deep, and they covered them real good. They were really ready for our play action passing today, and that kind of slowed us down. But our offensive line just made big holes, and we could run the ball.
Lutz Marvell was coming into this ball game probably at about 80, 85%. I know he re-injured himself in the ball game. He was limping around out there. But on that drive where you scored the touchdown, you went to the junior, Adam Clemens. Tell me about that. Obviously, you guys had a lot of confidence in him.
Oh yeah, Adam and I, we've lived next door to each other all our life, and we just kid around all the time. And I just said, hey Adam, Marv's hurting, and you got to get it done now. And he really stepped up, and he's just going to be a great player next week, and next year he's just going to be a god.
Tell me about next week. Does it matter, Mount Carmel or Bloomington?
No, it doesn't matter. We just want to get down there. I kind of want to shoot towards Mount Carmel because there's some friend of mine who shoots his mouth off thinking Mount Carmel's great, and I just want to shove it in his face.
All right, Andy. Thanks a lot. Congratulations next week.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see you in Normal.
See you smoking.
Okay.
Andy Lutzenkirk, and he's got a bill to pay, so to speak, against a buddy on Mount Carmel. Yeah, everybody talks about Mount Carmel as being one of the top teams in the country as well. They went to Cincinnati, beat that Moeller team in the first week of the season, crushed them. They've been playing well all season long. Hey, you beat a team like Mount Carmel, there's no question about it that you're one of the top teams in the state, if not the top team.
Oh, we'll see.
There you see him, the Tiger, Mr. Tiger himself, as a nice victory. There you see us. We're like the last guys here, but we're still happy to be here. Wheaton Central, congratulations to them. They have had a great season, and it's not over yet. They are going to be in Bloomington next week. I don't know if we're going to get Coach Thorne. He's still being mobbed by the media, and hopefully we'll try to get him, as the fans have filtered out of Red Grange Field. But they are looking forward. They're going to be eating their turkey dinners on Thursday and thinking about their Tigers playing on Saturday. They will play at noon, once again at noon at Hancock Stadium at ISU. They take on the winner of Mount Carmel and Bloomington, and one of those teams will be unbeaten at 13-0. As we mentioned, Wheaton Central's only loss this year, coming at the hands of Glenbard North, a great Glenbard North team. And Joe, I just wanted to mention this DuPage Valley Conference is so tough. They had the best non-conference record coming in at 12-4 in the state. And unfortunately, what I heard today, Glenbard East coach Steve Olson fired after 15 years in that program. Seemed like it was on the way up. Just want to mention that. But, you know, Glenbard East program was doing well. They gave this Tiger team a tough ball game right here at Red Grange Field. But Wheaton Central, what can you say about their season? They just come back the last 3 years in a row, and they've done a great job under Coach John Thorne.
Fantastic job. Driving by here every time down Roosevelt Road. You see them out here around 6:30, 10 to 7. They don't care. They're just working and working over the fundamentals, getting good leverage, and that's what they're going to need. They're going to have to play their best fundamental football game in the history of their lives this coming Saturday.
We expect that it'll be against Mount Carmel. Bloomington, of course, has a good team. Mount Carmel is, you know, they have had so much success in the playoffs, and you expect to see them again in there. The Caravan out of the Catholic League, always strong. We're still waiting, hoping to get Coach John Thorne or possibly Tom Sion. Tom Sion having a great game, great weeks, and we talked about how much success he has had this year. Yeah, there you see, it was a picture-perfect day. A picture-perfect day here at Wheaton Central, as you see the final score. 7-0 Red Grange Field. The Galloping Ghost somewhere is looking on, awfully proud of these Wheaton Central Tigers for the first time in their history, going downstate to Hancock Stadium.
That's going to be something for us.
Yeah, exactly. Sports Channel has the rights to that game, so unfortunately we will not be able to do it for the Wheaton fans. However, we will be down there for highlights, post-game comments, and feature stories. Look forward to that on our Sports Week program. Just a reminder, Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock. I believe we do have Coach Thorne coming in now. We are unfortunately the last ones to get him after the media just went around after him. But we will be talking to Coach Thorne. He's getting congratulations and hugs all over. You've seen all the Wheaton Central alumni around here watching these games. Last week his son Jeff was here, the state passing leader in high school history touchdown-wise. He was here. Guys like Chuck DeVito, David Shutters, Billy Hess, all those great Wheaton Central alumni. There you see Tom Sion being interviewed one-on-one. You think he's the man of the hour? Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say so. But speaking of another man of the hour, Coach John Thorne. Coach, can you hear us down there?
Hey,
Coach Thorne, you there? John, can you hear us?
Yeah, I've got you now.
Okay, first of all, congratulations. Tell me what you're feeling now. You talked about it last year in that Ice Bowl loss. You guys were 2 to 3 touchdowns better than Notre Dame. You saw the weather was going to be tremendous this year. You guys are going to the state championship. Tell me what you're feeling right now.
Well, nothing but great joy and excitement right now. Kids played super football for us. We won the battle at the line of scrimmage, and it's always great when you can win by doing that. We're pretty banged up, and we weren't fast enough to put a lot of points on the board, but our defense has just been absolutely super the last 2 weeks, and they're winning it for us.
Sounds like you're a little hoarse. You've been whooping it up a little bit on the sidelines, haven't you?
Well, I'm trying to recover from a little bit of pneumonia, but I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Your defense, tremendous. No shutouts coming into the playoff season. In the last 2 weeks, you shut down a Willowbrook, and today you just shut down a very solid Deerfield team.
Well, Coach Muhitch and Denny Walker are 2 defensive coordinators, and they deserve all the credit, plus the kids, for the effort that they put forth. We had a great game plan against them. The kids executed it to perfection, and it was really fun to watch it. Tom Sion is, if he's not an all-stater, there's no all-state linebackers in this whole state. I mean, that kid is a football player.
I'd agree with that.
Coach, Joe Snydoff here. Your offensive line seemed like throughout the football game pushed Deerfield's front back 3 to 4 yards. It's been playing phenomenal. And again, you stressed the fundamentals. You've been stressing leverage. You wanted to get good leverage on these guys, and it seems like you're doing that.
Well, Coach Munson is our offensive line coach, and he deserves all the credit for that. I mean, he's really worked well with these kids, and they respect him a great deal, and they're willing to do anything that he asks them to do, and they are getting better each week. You know, we don't give up trying to teach how to play the game correctly just because the season is getting on later and later. So it's really been fun to watch the kids still improving. I mean, we're getting a lot better every ball game. 1 or 2 more kids all of a sudden gets the whole idea of what we're asking them to do, and boy, they sure perform well then in these playoff games, and so it's been a lot of fun.
John, this is Bob Erzik again. I imagine this is the pinnacle of your career, the first time you're going downstate with this team. Does it matter who you play, either Mount Carmel or Bloomington next week?
Well, no, it doesn't matter. They're both great football teams, and we'll have our work cut out for us, and we're anxious to get back to work and find out what we have to do to be a great representative for the 5A state championships.
Okay, John, thank you very much. Congratulations again, and we'll see you in Normal.
Okay.
Congratulations, Coach.
All right, a great job by Coach John Thorne and his Wheaton Central Tigers. That is going to do it from Red Grange Field in Wheaton. Once again, our final. Great news for the Wheaton Central fans. 7-0, Wheaton Central beats Deerfield. Thanks for watching, and for everybody here at Jones Intercable, including Joe Snydoff, I'm Bob Erzik saying good night.